How we doing, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. I know, you're looking at the market and you're like, oh my God, and all what's happening and all this stuff. If you've been a part of this channel, guys, you would have already known that this, was broken down, and this was gonna happen um, ahead of time because while I'm not a financial advisor, um, and neither do I give financial advice. That doesn't take away the fact that I've been an investor, and I've been investing in this market for a long, long time. Um, and to be totally honest with you guys, these times are a whole lot more crazy than any other time. So when this whole wave come and pass, um, as we're in it, obviously, and as it passes, you're going to be a completely different investor for future days to come. For other investors out there who are like confused of what's happening, take these days, instead of focusing on when is the squeeze going to happen, and, because when this happens, it's going to happen, but instead of focusing just on that, make sure you every step along like that, this whole road, that you're learning a lot from all the gimmicks and all the things that the hedge funds do now, whether they be able to do them in the future, um, with implementations or not. um, I have a big reason to believe that yes, they will be able to do it, because again, nothing stopped the hustle, guys. These guys, um, they they're not only taking care of themselves. I mean, you're talking about. I mean, come on, guys. You've heard so much about all almost many, if not all, congressmen, um, you know, getting involved in shady manners and illegal trades and insider trading and all that stuff. And that goes across the aisle to both parties, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Um, People don't really want to know my view on that. Um, Again, because this is not a political channel, guys. Um, but I do believe, like I've always said this in just the stock market alone, but this applies across the aisle, that all of these guys dine in the same country club, you know, whether congressman or hedge fund manager. I mean, these guys thrive in the same habitat. And the reason why is because this guy donates to this guy is part of lawmaking, and together make America great again. um, it doesn't matter which party, in my humble opinion, guys, is involved, or what you cheer for or whatnot. At the end of the day, this is an agenda. There is agendas, and things have to go according to the hierarchy that is benefiting the most from this. Um, it's that sunshine and rainbow days of thinking that they're gonna do what's best interest of the common investor. um, then you have probably just walked into the stock market just yesterday or today, and you're already doubting that by now, if that's the case, even if that's the case. Now, anyways, I'm not here to spook you guys or to bring you down or any of that stuff. I've told you many times before that this is inevitable. Like the position that these guys are in, it's there's no out of it, but there's many things they can do to try to wiggle themselves out of it. One of those ways, I've mentioned many of them, and one of those ways is, sorry, I'm gonna take a hookah break for a second. All right, guys. Sorry again. I don't promote smoke, guys. So smoking is bad for you. Could cause cancer. Just a bad habit. But anyways, there's many things, and one of those things that they can try to do to wiggle themselves out is to intimidate us, the retail investor. You know, there is nothing worse than what I've been seeing for the last month, like few months, I would say specifically, is that they have been gauging the sentiment of their retail investor, and they've been seeing what is it that angers you the most, or angers us the most, which for the last few months has been, the earnings reports. Would have standout earnings report, and instead of even going up at least a percent or two, we drop. So that has been making many retail investors very angry, and taking out, lashing out on whether the SEC or AMC board, and both sides rightfully have all reason to do so, for retail investors to lash out on. But at the same time, you got to remember who is pulling the strings here, and you got to keep your eye on that. Could it be possible that they are intimidating us so badly, especially as of late, to gauge us into having to go and act on something? So you got to be careful with this, guys. There's a lot of YouTubers out there pushing out and advocating for going to do something and whatever that might be, and all that crap. You have to be really political and really careful with what it is, because you can mess around and go and participate in something that could help pull the stock off the stock market, simply for starting some sort of drama or rioting or whatever, and all that crazy stuff. And by doing so, for the greater good of the community, and the self-preservation of like, I'm trying to choose my words carefully, guys, as you could tell, but they could easily have ground at some point of protecting the best interest of the American citizen, or the American lifestyle, or the American investor. Now, we do know that's all crap and BS, but this is the way that it works. It's like a courtroom, guys. When the defense lawyer for a person who commits a really major crime, and it's obvious that he committed the crime, why does he? It's like the same question as, why does he still get a lawyer, right? Because this is the Constitution, this is the laws, this is how it works. Even when you're the criminal, there's still a chance, like, they still get a lawyer, there's still a chance, and they fight it out, and they try to get evidence and drag that thing out to try to get out unscathed. This is similar, very similar. We have been doing what we needed to do, and we constantly need to keep doing. Don't be that, in this way, in this sense, don't be that ape, or that gorilla ape, silverback ape, whatever you want to call yourself, that gets provoked to go and do something to end up getting harambe'd. Even though Harambe did not do something to get that, deserve that, obviously, and I'm from Cincinnati, so I know the whole story, guys, and I know the zoo and everything here, but he's still at a point when he went forward toward that kid. That's when they needed to put him down, because they just had to save the kid. Now, some people obviously have that thought. Some people have this thought. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just using the reference here to, especially with our ape movement, and the slogan that we've carried. I don't know who laid it out on us or whatnot, but maybe it started back with the Reddit days. But whatever it is, whatever the case may be, remember this: don't get provoked to go do something that could end up costing you to be in the hole. These are prison terms now, even though I've never been arrested, guys, but we watch a lot of movies. So to be put in that hole, to eventually have to serve even more time and more pain, endure more pain in this play than we need to. They are losing every day. I'm gonna make another video now and talking about how they're losing even more. Okay, much love, guys.